That's right, time for the Weekend Shop Update and just the Weekend Shop Update. How's it going, everybody? Mike with Cleveland Cutting Board and Furniture Company. It's time for the Weekend Shop Update and just the Weekend Shop Update. I've been going back and doing some studying and some research, and when my videos go over 10 minutes, the views go way down. So I'm gonna start cutting some things, try and get these done in 10 minutes or less. So let's dive right into it. What did I work on this week? One thing has been kind of organizing. I've been trying to not rearranging, but shifting a little bit here or there. I'm pretty good. From this side of the shop back, I'm pretty good. From behind the camera, what I call the office/laser engraving area, gonna do some major changes there. I'm gonna get rid of the desk altogether, I think. The desk is just turning into a place to gather junk. It's taking up valuable floor space. I'm gonna get rid of that. Restructure some stuff. Here's a video. I mean, don't judge me, but you can see how messy it is. So it's not working. I gotta do some cabinets over there, I think, get some tools up off the ground, get them put away. Everything has its place kind of thing. So, plus right now the laser engraving is really busy. I just did a big order for my friends over at the Olive Scene. Olive Scene is a great little store. They've got one here in my hometown of Vermilion, and they got these other locations here. I'll post. Check out the Olive Scene, really cool. Lots of different gifts. Olive oil selection's amazing. We go there a couple times a year and stock up on olive oil. I know Tracy, the owner, she travels abroad and is always looking for new products. So lots of great stuff in the Olive Scene. So check them out at one of these locations here. Tell them I sent you. So organizing back there has been the priority. A couple tool things to help store tools, but yeah, that's my priority here in the next few weeks is get that finalized. What else am I working on? Halloween is a few weeks away, so I've been working on Halloween stuff. Here's a couple of trays. This one I just sold to my good friend Alex. This one's sold. Here's another one a little bit bigger. These are a lot of fun. I had more, but this is only the last two, and now last one left. I don't think I'll do any more for into Christmas or before Halloween. So I got this one left. This one's 60. Then I've got two of these. These still need to get finished. These are some charcuterie boards with CNC carved with some resin fill in here. These are the last two. I'll have these done this week, but I'm not gonna have any more done this year. So, because once we get there, I'll start working on Halloween stuff. I still got a couple of the fall signs left. Hello Fall. I think I made 10, and I got 4 left. So these are pretty cool home decorations. I think you put in your entryway table or whatever, but they're a lot of fun. And I got a couple of those left, and that'll be it until next year. But yeah, laser engraving. I've been really busy. I just did a batch of 30 for my friend Tracy. I've got my buddy Mark Nolan. He ordered a bunch. He gives them out every year. Mark's a great guy. You can check him out on Magic 104. Magic 104? It's on my program, but check out Mark and then Jen. Mark and Jen. I've been friends with Jen for a long time. Done some things with her. But yeah, so Mark ordered some cups. Got those going out. My other buddy Chris, he ordered some cups. The new Yeti. He ordered one of the new Yeti camo patterns. So these came in for him. I'm going to engrave these for him next week, get those all taken care of, but kind of cool project. I got to do some tweaking on the artwork, but have those done too. But yeah, cups. I got a lot of cups, Yeti, and I've also have some Stanleys in stock. I've been engraving some Stanleys. I've reached out to them to be a vendor, but right now I'm paying wholesale price, which doesn't cost you anymore, but costs me some. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so got a lot of cups in stock. So those make great gifts. Whenever someone calls me and says, hey, I need a gift for so-and-so, they've got everything. I said, well, they got a Yeti with their name on it, or a tumbler, or a thermos, or a highball glass, or whatever. But yeah, we can do that for you as well. Let's see what else. The stained glass window. If you remember a few months ago, a super nice lady came to me, and she asked if I could, she had this old piece of stained glass, pretty good size. She asked if I could make a frame for it. The frame was literally just some contractor grade trim that was mitered, and it was one, not safe to keep it in there. It looked terrible. So a few weeks ago, it's a couple months ago actually now, I guess, made this out of oak, mitered the joints, put a floating tinning in every miter, and then also put a bow tie in there, a Dutchman to help strengthen those corners. I made the back of it's got these, I made some cleats to hold it in there so it could be taken out. I was getting ready to install it, and she decided she was going to move to a condo. So I went over there, hung this up for her, made the bracket. I didn't want to put it in the ceiling, so we kind of changed the design a little bit. So instead of hanging it from the ceiling, I made this bracket out of the same wood that suspends it and hangs it. Turned out awesome. She was real happy with it, which makes me happy. Super nice lady. Was real happy. And then she's given me another project to do that I'll be talking about down the road. Countertops, desktops. So I had some buckeye slabs that have been in my way. I started the one buckeye slab a couple years ago, and then it's been sitting there. So you know what? Let's just get it out of the way. So I got it up, threw it, and I had some resin that was been around for a while. So let's just go ahead and mix these up. So I started on these two. I got this one here. This is a good desk size one. I kind of swirled the pattern. I want to do like a starry night. If you know that piece of artwork, I want to do a pattern like that. And then on the round one here, I just let that natural. That's the one that's effervescence, or I forget the name for it. As the chemical reaction makes it cure and dry and get hard, it kind of swirls around and it creates this cool pattern. So I left that natural. The thing to do now is next week I'll go back and I'll fill that with a clear coat on top with maybe a tad of color to add some depth to it. So, and as far as that, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it from there. But just wanted to get them made and done out of the way. Project I started, I'm trying to get a lot of projects finished up that are started. Yeah. So got that going on. Let's see what else. Yin and Yang tray. This is a project I've been working on for a while. I'm a big believer in yin and yang. Look it up. There's a lot of different meanings to it, but I'm a big, I like that philosophy of the yin and yang. So I made this little tray for a buddy of mine. Turned out awesome. I'm not sure if we're making more or not. It was very labor intensive. I got to see if I can't figure out a way to make it more efficiently. First one always takes longer to make, but there's a lot of sanding, a lot of whatnot to do. So the Yin Yang tray was a project I've been working on. That's one of those late night projects. It was late and I was designed it at home, watching TV and I couldn't sleep and just knocked it out one day. So yeah, it was a fun project, getting it all fit and turned out pretty nice. I still have some slabs for sale. So I have a bunch of walnut slabs back there. I got some oak slabs. I got a couple cherry slabs. Yeah, so if you need, I got some maple slabs, which I think the maple slabs, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be using on another project. So yeah, so if you have a project coming up and you need some slabs, let me know. These are kiln dried CNC flat. Or if you're thinking about having a table made, give me a holler and we can sit down. I can pull these slabs out. Eventually I'm gonna have a storage space where you can see them better. I talked about that last video with the concrete slab. The door's going up here in a couple weeks, so I'll have that set up back there where if you have a table, you got an idea, we can go back to look at the slabs and it's easier to help envision stuff like that. So I got that done. So I think that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot of little stuff, but that's it. The last thing I have is I am hosting my very first show. So yes, so here's the flyer for it. Booth. It is on November 22nd in Vermilion, Ohio at a place called the Harbor Town Hall, which I'll talk about more later. But yes, this is going to be a maker's mark. If you are a maker or a craftsperson and you're looking for a place to show, this will be the first one we're going to do. My very first official. Not only am I going to be a member of it, but I'm actually hosting it. So here's a flyer for that. Here is the number right here. It's on here too, but here's the number. If you are interested in being a vendor, spaces are 50 spaces. It's going to be a one-day show. It's going to be on a Saturday. It's indoors, climate controlled. I've got food set up. I got food, all kinds of different great stuff. I got some vendors already showing interest in it. My friend Julie's talking about maybe doing her jewelry here. Julie's an awesome lady who makes really cool stuff. So hoping things work out schedule-wise. But I got room for probably 40 vendors, maybe more. But yeah, it's gonna be $50 for a 10 by 10 space. You can get as many spaces as you want. And then there's no cover charge, no door charge. So if you were coming to do some shopping, come on in. There is no cover charge for that. So that is on November 22nd. I'll be talking about that more regularly, and I'll be pimping it out pretty heavily because I said there's a lot of out-of-pocket expense for me to get it going. So it's a matter of gotta get the right vendors. I'm not just letting anyone in. It's any vendor who's coming in, I need to see their product. So I want to make sure we're getting good quality stuff. This is a craft show, but I prefer maker, people who take what they make seriously. So anyway, that's November 22nd. Parking, indoors, climate controlled, food, and a lot of great vendors. So I'm not sure. I'll probably have pretty much everything I make there'll be something represented in this show. So be sure to check that out. That is it for this week's weekend shop update for Cleveland Kiteboard Furniture Company. Everyone have a great week. Remember, be cool, be kind. Everyone's going through something and everyone's struggling. So don't make it worse. Be cool. It's actually easier to be a nice person. It takes more effort to be an asshole. It really does. Just be cool. Cheers.